Blessing was discharged from the hospital 2 weeks later. Her body had healed, but her mind still lived in the shadows of the night she couldn't remember. Therapy became her new routine. Every evening, she spent hours trying to piece her life back together. Even though Blessing resumed school, she walked with slow steps, always looking behind her, always flinching when someone spoke too loudly. And Diana, she watched her friend closely, her heart breaking every time Blessing forced a smile. Meanwhile, Diana was fighting her own silent battle. For days, she felt watched, a pair of eyes following her everywhere she went. Sometimes she saw the same black car parked a little too close. Sometimes she noticed the same man standing near her school fence, pretending to be on a call. One Saturday morning, she went to buy groceries alone. The supermarket was filled with families and students buying snacks. Diana walked to the cereal aisle, reaching for a pack of oats, then she froze. A man in a gray hoodie was standing behind her, pretending to check biscuits, but every time she moved, he followed. She walked to the fruit section. He followed. She walked to the cleaning supplies. He followed. Her heart began to race. Her palms grew cold. She quickly pulled out her phone, dialed her father, and whispered, "Daddy, someone is following me. I'm scared." Her father's voice became sharp and worried. "Stay inside. Don't go out. Don't move to an empty place. I'm coming now." Diana stood by the counter near a crowd of women. 40 minutes felt like years. But finally, her father arrived with 2 bodyguards. The man in the hoodie stepped out quickly, walking away before they could see his face. From that day, Diana wasn't allowed to step outside alone again. Her father hired 3 bodyguards, one for school, one for home, and one to rotate. Diana hated feeling like a prisoner, but deep down she knew something dangerous was happening. One hot afternoon, the housekeeper nearly screamed when Blessing burst into the compound. Her clothes were drenched in sweat. Her makeup was smeared. Her legs looked weak, like she had run all the way there. She collapsed into Diana's arms, shaking violently. "Blessing, what happened?" Diana cried. But Blessing couldn't speak. She sobbed uncontrollably, gasping for air, trying to breathe, trying to talk, but the words couldn't come out. They brought water. They fanned her. They begged her to calm down. 30 long minutes passed before she finally whispered, "I remember everything." Diana's heart stopped. Her father stepped closer. Blessing swallowed hard, tears rolling down her cheeks. It was our biology teacher. Diana's jaw dropped. Blessing continued, her voice trembling. "He told me to come see him. He said I was failing the topic on genes. He gave me a drink and I slept off. When I woke up, I was on the floor, my clothes." Her words shattered into tears. Diana held her tightly. Her father's face grew dark with anger. Within 2 hours, the teacher was arrested. And the shocking truth came out. Blessing wasn't his first victim. He had assaulted many girls over several years. Blessing's courage saved others. For a moment, the world felt stable again. But only for a moment. One Wednesday afternoon, after a long test in school, Diana felt exhausted. Her bodyguard had stepped out earlier to buy water, and Diana, lost in her thoughts, walked out of the school gate alone. She didn't even realize she was being watched. As she waited by the roadside, trying to order a ride, a black van slowly rolled toward her. Before she could step away, before she could scream, before she could run, hands grabbed her from behind. A cloth was pressed over her mouth. Diana tried to fight. She scratched. She kicked. She bit someone's arm. But the world around her went blurry. Then dark. Then silent. When Diana woke up, her head felt heavy. Her wrists were tied. Her ankles were stiff. She was lying on cold cement. The room around her was dark, except for a single flickering bulb hanging from a loose wire. She heard voices outside. Men's voices. Low, rough, dangerous. Oga said make we watch her well. You sure say she no go run. Run go where? She no fit even stand. Diana's heart pounded. She realized she was inside an uncompleted building. Cement blocks everywhere, dust on the floor, holes in the wall where windows should be. She swallowed her fear and listened carefully. Every night, every conversation, every footstep. She needed to understand these people. She needed to understand their pattern. On the second night, one of the kidnappers finished eating and carelessly dropped a metal spoon on the floor. Another shouted, "Pick 'em, Jor, you no get sense." But the man waved him off. "Leave AM, she no go reach AM." They underestimated Diana. When night fell and the guards dozed off, Diana slowly shifted her body closer to the spoon. Her wrists burned against the ropes, but she kept going. After several tries, she grabbed the spoon with her fingers. Then she began her plan. She rubbed the spoon against the cement floor, sharpening the edge. Every night. Quietly. Patiently. For 4 days, she sharpened it. For 4 days, she endured hunger, fear, cold, and loneliness. And then, on the 5th night, with trembling hands, she cut through her ropes. Her wrists bled, but she didn't stop. At last, she was free. A guard stood outside, leaning against the wall, half asleep. Diana picked up a small stone and threw it to the opposite direction. The guard looked away. In that split second, Diana ran. She ran barefoot. She ran through sharp grasses. She ran through muddy water. She ran through a forest of tall bushes. Branches tore her skin. But she didn't stop. Behind her, she heard shouts. "She done run, oh. Catch her." Gunshots echoed. Diana didn't look back. She burst out of the bushes onto a lonely junction. Just when her legs were about to give out, a car stopped in front of her. A middle-aged man jumped out. "My God, what happened to you? Get in, get in." Diana collapsed into the back seat. The man sped off, rushing her to the nearest hospital. When they called her father, he arrived within 20 minutes. His clothes were wrinkled. His eyes were swollen. His face was pale. He looked like someone who hadn't slept for days. The moment he saw Diana on the hospital bed, he broke down. He rushed to her, held her tight, crying into her hair. My baby, I thought I lost you, Diana, I thought I lost you." Diana cried too. They held each other like the world had ended and restarted in 1 second. The nurses stood aside, touched by the scene. They were reunited. But what was coming? What was stalking them all? What was waiting in the darkness? Was only beginning.